if you want to buy this camera and the only thing that stops you right now is the overheating issue that you see, that you hear from many creators on YouTube, well, this is my experience. I've been using it like a workhorse, and after 4 months, What's up guys, Dan Frullani here, welcome back to a new video. Today I want to talk about, again, my Sony ZV-E1. What can I possibly say about it? I just love it. And since I got it, do I have regrets? Yes. When it came out, I watched a few videos and I thought, man, this is awesome. The same sensor of the FX3 and the A7S III. Better autofocus. Awesome performance in low light conditions. So many other features, vlog oriented, that even if I don't need them, they're there, available. But the more I continued watching videos about this camera, the more I heard about its big problem, the overheating. There were many people testing this camera and showing that it overheats after a few minutes, like 15-20 minutes, if shooting in 4K 24 frames per second, and not being able to shoot at 60 frames per second or 120 frames per second because it would overheat after a few minutes. So, since I was looking for a camera to replace my Canon R6, and one of my biggest issues with the Canon R6 was overheating. I mean, not the major issue, but sometimes when I shoot videos outdoors in the sun or here in my studio for longer than 30 minutes, 45 minutes, the R6 would overheat. Not always, but it happens, and it's happened a lot. And it overheated again. So I said to myself, well, this camera looks awesome. I mean, the results look very cinematic, but if it overheats so easily, I'm not gonna be able to use it. So I just kept searching for my next camera and considered different options. But I came across many other videos talking about the Sony ZV-E1, and I loved the results that creators are getting from this. So I've been doing a lot of thinking, and in the end I thought something like, okay, it overheats, but if I use it for short takes, and if I buy a fan, I mean, it can't be a huge issue. Or I'll give it a try, then if I'm not happy with it, I will return it, because if the problem is there, I would notice it after a few days, right? So I give it a shot and I got it. Then I remember when I received it, I couldn't try it right away because I was working, and during my break, instead of opening the box, the camera, I didn't do that. I wanted to do that for the unboxing video, so I was just looking for some videos to confirm that the overheating issue can be solved and it's not a major issue, and I got so scared because there were people saying, oh, my Sony ZV-E1 overheated even after a few minutes browsing through the options in the menu. Man, I was frightened, seriously. Said, okay, I'm gonna return it. I'm gonna try it and I will see. Then I opened it, I tried it, and to my surprise, it didn't overheat. But, okay, I thought maybe it's gonna happen sooner or later, so we'll see what happens. And I've been using it since last October, a lot. I've been making so many videos, like my short movies, but mostly my YouTube videos that I usually shoot for my 3 channels, or sometimes even 4, if we consider the channel I have with my wife, but usually for 3 channels, okay? So I shoot the first video, the speaking part, in one language, and it takes me something like 20-25 minutes recording in 4K 24 frames per second, S-Log3. Even if my videos are not 20 minutes long, I talk a lot and then I cut and copy and paste and cut and blah 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 in post. So in the end the video is much shorter than that, but I film usually for 20-25 minutes for one video for one channel. Then, without even taking a break, I continue recording in a different language for another 20 minutes or something like that. And then, without taking any breaks, I just stop recording and have a glass of water, a cup of coffee, and then I record again for another 20-25 minutes. And this not once, not twice, but almost every time I make a YouTube video, because I have to do it for my 3 channels. So, did my Sony ZV-E1 overheat? Never. I didn't need a fan, I didn't need anything, indoors, outdoors, it never overheated, not once. Of course, it goes without saying that when I do my short movies, for one scene, I don't keep recording for 20-25 minutes, but less. Probably 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then take a break, reset the lights, change the scene and everything, and then do another scene. So, in spite of what they say, that you can't use it professionally or to record like movies, well, if I can make my YouTube videos and film for longer than 1 hour or something like that, you can definitely shoot a movie scene by scene. That's what I do. And what if we film in 60 or 120 frames per second? No problem. I mean, when we shoot slow motion, especially 120 frames per second, we don't need to record for so long, because every second we record, it's 4 seconds slow motion, more or less. And why would you need such a long clip in slow motion? We just need short bursts. And about the one saying that he got it overheated even browsing through the menu, through the options, well, there might be something wrong with your unit, your specific camera. You should get it serviced. One last thing that I'm gonna cover in one of my next videos on how to use the Sony ZV-E1 professionally to make movies is this Sony ZV-E1 doesn't have a double SD card slot. But if you use it professionally, you should know that you might need a monitor, an external recorder, like the Ninja Atomos 5 or something like that, so that you can record from your SD card and from the external recorder, the monitor. But this video is not about this, but rather about the overheating issue, which for me is definitely not an issue. Then again, it's winter now, so we will see what happens in a few months. But for now, if you want to buy this camera and the only thing that stops you right now is the overheating issue that you see, that you hear from many creators on YouTube, well, this is my experience. I've been using it like a workhorse, and so far, after 4 months using it, overheating is not an issue. By the way, check the links in the description to see all my gear stuff and things, and check the link to Artlist if you want 2 months of awesome music and great sound effects to use in your videos, plus voiceovers and stock footage, a lot of things. 2 months for free if you subscribe to an annual plan through my link. Alright, think I don't have anything else to say. And I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, smash the like button, subscribe if you ain't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh yeah! We're recording for 25 minutes straight, and I'm gonna continue for my other channels. So, not too shabby. Overheating? Nope.